Hello, boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, all of the children. Guess who's back? It's Mr. Sankey, and we're back with another math video. Today, we are starting chapter 10, which is all about probability. So, we're going to start with what should hopefully be a review on probability, some vocabulary, and some understanding of how to say probability terms. So, when we talk about probability, most of the time what we're talking about is what we call an experiment. And this is an activity where results occur. An experiment is just an activity where results occur. So if I do something and I get a result of that thing, that is an experiment. In science, all the time when you do experiments, you're looking for something to happen. So you're trying to find out what's happening in these experiments. Now, when we observe something, the observations are called a trial. A trial is each observable response. And the result, what actually happens, is called the outcome. That is the results of the experiment. So when we've done something and something has happened, we see the outcome of that thing happening. Now, another word we have is the sample space. This is the set of all outcomes possible. So all the things that could happen is called the sample space, and then the event this is a set of one or more outcomes. All right, lots of vocabulary. Experiments, it's just something happening. Anytime we do a probability, that's an experiment. So let's make a table. Pause the video if you need to keep writing these down. But let's make a table to show what this all kind of means. Okay, so let's go to making a table. So let's make a table here where we have the we'll write about what is our experiment. We'll write about what is the sample space. And what outcome are we looking for? Okay, so an experiment might be flipping a coin. Flipping a coin. And the sample space, the things that can happen. What can happen when we flip a coin? Well, we either get heads or tails. And let's say that the outcome we want is we want tails. We're looking for tails to occur. That's the outcome that we want to have happen. If I were to flip a coin, I want tails. All right. Now, a different experiment we could have is rolling a dice. Just as like a side note, every textbook, every math thing I've ever seen never calls it a dice or a die for some reason. They always call it a number cube, which I don't like. So if you ever see number cube, just know it means dice. Now, on a dice, our sample space, the things that can happen, could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 6. Let's say we're rolling this dice and we want odd numbers. We want odd numbers. That's the outcome we want to find. We want to roll for an odd number. And then a third experiment could be guessing the Skittles in a jar. And our sample space, all the things we could think of, we're just going to call whole numbers. They're just saying, I could guess any whole number accurately. Right? There's not going to be like a third of a Skittle in the jar. They're all whole Skittles. So I can guess any whole number that I want. And let's say that I want to guess the number 213. That would be my guess. Out of all the infinite numbers that exist, the choice I'm choosing is 213. There we go. So that hopefully can explain a little bit more about the difference between experiments, sample spaces, and outcome. All right, let's talk about what we call probability when we see something. So the probability is how likely an outcome is to occur. So it's how likely an outcome is to occur from 0% to 100%. All right, so a lot of the times when we talk about probability, we're going to talk about percents. We might also talk about fractions or decimals. So we're going to get back into a little bit of our converting fractions, decimals, and percents in order to solve some of this. All right, let's say I had a number line here. Over here, this was 0% and this was 100%. 0% we would call as impossible. It will not happen. It's not going to happen. 100% we would call certain. This is going to happen. It's a 100% chance this is going to happen. Right in the middle, at 50%, we would call just as likely as not. Here at 75%, we would call likely, and here at 25%, we would call not likely. Okay, so this is kind of the gauge. When we say things are going to happen, that's kind of the gauge we take to say, yeah, something's likely to happen. That means there's over a 50% chance it's going to happen. Something certain to happen means it will happen. Okay, so let's say, based upon that, if I had a bag, tie a little ribbon around it. Okay, and in this bag, we had 10 marbles. 10 marbles are in this bag. And I said, how likely is it to pick a yellow marble? How likely is it to pick a yellow marble? Well, there are 0 yellow marbles out of 10 possible marbles. That is a 0% chance. That is impossible. It's impossible. Can't do it. Okay. What if I said, how likely is it to reach into the bag and grab a marble? Pull out a marble. Well, there's 10 marbles out of 10 total objects. It's 100%. That is certain to happen. It will happen. I bet you could guess what I'm going to say by saying grab a blue marble. Well, there are 5 blue marbles out of a total of 10 total marbles. That's a 50% chance. So it's just as likely to happen as not. All right, that should be our quick introduction to probability. We'll talk some more about this as we go through life. But for now, enjoy the rest of your time, and I will see you next time we have class. Have a great day.